Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. This article comes to you guys from Urgent Communications. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So this could be a problem for AT&T. So they've recently had two pretty big outages back to back, and now IG expresses concerns about Band 14 coverage. So let's go through this, and then I'll summarize. So, entitled, "The NPSBN Band 14 signal strength does not consistently provide adequate Band 14 service for first responders. Big problem." The management alert states that signal strength used by FirstNet Authority to measure NPSBN coverage at the cell edge is over 15 times less powerful. Again, that's a big problem than the signal strength used by AT&T when measuring coverage for its commercial coverage via other spectrum bands. So this means the agency that uses FirstNet has seen a coverage map of some sort. It's probably the AT&T.com one. And the area that they were in was listed as having adequate coverage. Now, what's happening is the IG is expressing that the coverage is completely overstated. This could indicate that the total area AT&T reports as Band 14 coverage is overstated, and the services provided in the coverage area are not sufficient to allow first responders to effectively respond to emergencies, according to OIG Management Alert dated May 16th. The difference can adversely impact service and ultimately affect public safety users' ability to communicate with each other during emergencies. So this agency is actually speaking out. They're speaking up. So they're not just packing up their phones and going back to Verizon. No, they're actually saying, hey, look, this is a problem. And then there's another part about phone calls. So perhaps more troubling than signal strength claim was the management alert's assertion that minimal signal strength at the cell edge was not sufficient to provide consistent, reliable service. Cell edge, as most of you know, that can be tricky for any carrier. So it was not proficient to provide consistent, reliable service. In particular, while downlink service in certain cell edge scenarios tested in 7 states were rated as good, voice call success rates from cell edge locations in 4 states were cited as poor, meaning at least 1 in 10 calls was either a failed attempt or dropped. That's a big problem here. So, I mean, my platform is only so big. So you guys will see this and say, well, I've had similar experiences. Maybe this will get other agencies to speak out, because early on, from what I heard, was as FirstNet started growing, they started putting out their Band 14. They got agencies on board. Within the first several months of the service being out, I've heard several agencies return back to Verizon. The agency said, hey, we were locked in on the cheaper price. We heard it was government funded. They have a specific band for us. But then when we tested the service, it just wasn't adequate or good enough, and we went back to Verizon. That's what I heard very early on. But then the service matured. They got more sites out. The coverage grew. Band 14 got better. But now we're seeing agencies come out and expressing concern. So this is going to be very interesting. Could be a big problem for AT&T because they are under contract. So anytime these types of issues come about, that could get FCC and government agencies involved and saying, hey, what's going on with this? We've reimbursed you. We've given you money to build out to these areas, but yet we're hearing that your coverage is completely overstated. So what they're doing is they're pushing the signal as far as it can possibly go to show coverage in that area when it's not a sufficient performing connection. So instead of building sites, they're pushing a signal 30, 40 miles just to claim coverage when it's not adequate. So the first responders in that area trying to do what they need to do, make calls, da 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 da, and it's failing and it's not performing well, and it's being noticed. So that's the part where AT&T may have gotten away with that for a while, but now as they gain more agencies, of course, more of these first responders are traveling to those areas, and now those sufficiencies are being spotted. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.